Well, Thomas Massie is one of the Republicans that's refusing to vote for the big, beautiful bill, and he's never one to hold his tongue. President Trump aired out his grievances with Massie to Fox News.
Thomas Massie said that is more deficit than Biden did, and this bill kind of...
Because we have to fix the country.
Do you think that Thomas Massie is correct in saying that this is adding Biden?
No, I don't think Thomas Massie understands government. I think he's a grandstander, frankly. He'll probably vote. We don't even talk to him much. I think he should be voted out of office. And I just don't think he understands government. If you ask him a couple of questions, he never gives you an answer. He just says, I'm a no. He thinks he's going to get publicity. And you have that. You have that. They've got some too. Go ahead.
So you have that. You have that. I just love the way that Donald Trump talks. So I asked you on X, who is right here? Is it Massie? Is it Trump? We want the spending cuts, but we also want to move forward with Trump's agenda. So here are some of the best replies. Tony weighs in and says, Massie is right. Trump knows the uniparty will not pass his tax cuts without spending levels that already exist. Hence, we need to elect more people like Massie, MP.
Well, I mean, this is a classic conservative sentiment. We need more Massies. I think on the whole, if we had more Massies, that'd be great. But at the same time, you know, sometimes you gotta give a little in this game.
And we have Brian coming through, and he says, why not both? We voted for real Donald Trump and GOP to do both. Spending is killing us financially. Not codifying Trump's agenda will kill us every other way. So if our representatives cannot vote to put the needs of all Americans above their own petty interests, vote them out. We don't do that part very well. We don't do the voting them out part very well.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of truth to this. Look, you have to get certain things passed in order to focus on what you want to attack. You can't attack everything at once. And obviously, spending is going to kill us. Obviously, the debt is going to kill us. But right now, most of Congress is not Thomas Massie, and so there you are.
Now, and today's responses are brought to you by Strange Encounters. So if you're looking for something bold, something thought-provoking and rooted in truth, check out Rick Burgess's brand new series, Strange Encounters. It's streaming now on BlazeTV and YouTube. Now, this isn't ghosts, this isn't Bigfoot. This is the real spiritual battles that we're facing every day. Rick dives deep into the unseen world through biblical lens, equipping you with the truth and the courage for the fight. Now, it's timely, it's powerful, it's something that every believer needs to hear. It's Strange Encounters. You can watch it now at Blaze TV and get $20 off with blazetv.com/BNT. And speaking of strange encounters, we have to go back to Congressman Cory Mills, because everything about this story, MP, it's stranger by the day.
Yeah, and I think what's important here is, you know, there's a lot of jury still out on some of these things. Some of these things, you know, he says one thing and other people say another thing, but it's notable. But there's enough enough where it looks like this guy was actually lying about his record in many respects. And also, for some reason, never told the story of why he got married in this mosque, which is, you know, very strange. He didn't know that this is a radical Muslim. And then starts an international weapons company the year after. I mean, there's so many questions. But here's the thing. It goes back to what we were saying earlier. If you don't question the record of your supposed leaders, anyone can get on TV and tell a story. You know, a trained actor can do that. And we just are not in a situation where we can afford having actors for leaders. So we need to know the truth about him and all these people who hold themselves up as heroes.
But Matthew, one of the things that Mills said on his almost hour-long conversation with Peter Giedel, who joined us earlier, he said, oh, this story has been tried so many times, except it hadn't been, right? I think that people had approached the congressman, potentially, to tell this story. But the fact is, it was never actually published. Now, there are some other pieces out there about stolen valor. There are stolen valor articles out there about his army days. The piece that we put out today is more stolen valor about his time as a contractor. So it's not just one story. It's not just, did you get married by this radical Muslim in this, you know, Al-Qaeda mosque? There's also the army stories for stolen valor, the contractor stories for stolen valor, and it doesn't end there.
No, it doesn't end there. We'll keep looking into it. But what angers me about this is, why hasn't anyone questioned him before on the record about many of these things? Why hasn't that happened? Now, I guarantee you eventually the lefty journos will. But why hasn't anyone on the right done that? That's what we're going to change here at Blaze News, because we're not doing yourself any favor if you let some of this stuff go on your own side, especially after Trump won and the right is ascendant. If there are people out there who are fibbing and and bad actors, they need to be exposed now. And who should do that? We shouldn't be waiting around for CNN or Rolling Stone magazine to do that. We should be doing that ourselves in an open and honest way so that we create the ecosystem we want. That's what leadership in media is about, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, and we know that if the leftists come out, they're going to wait until you can't pull back and you say, oh, no, you're actually stuck with this person or that person.
Yes.
That's going to be your person through the primary. Guess what? You're going to have to ride or die with that person now all the way through the general election. Because we know that's what we would do if we were on our side. Like if we had Democrat stuff, we'd be like, we don't want this person to go out there and win. So we might not throw out everything that we have, all of the cards on the table at once. But right now, the right needs to do this. We need to make sure that our housekeeping is in order on our own side.
Yeah, and look, if we continue to find this stuff about him, if this story keeps on tracking, this is a Republican district. Like a solid Republican could win. But what the left is going to do, they're going to wait on these stories exactly as you say, Jill, and they're going to wait till an opportune time to try to sink, their opponents. So again, we do ourselves no service if we don't call out bad actors on our own side.
You know what? I take that back. I wouldn't wait until the primary if we're calling out Democrats. This is way too much fun. We have to keep doing this. We have to keep pushing forward. We have to keep bringing you stories that are going to be, breaking news here every night on The Mandate. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you back here tomorrow.